today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make these marble earrings that are still pretty and very deep and layered with lots of effects mixed into them using Madam Glam's House of Glam collection. And I love how earthy all of those color names are. I hope you like this quick little earring video as much as I do, and don't forget to click subscribe to get my future videos as well.
We are going to begin by setting down this little earring frame. It's a nice metal frame that I just bought at Michael's or Joann's or somewhere. And I'm going to fill it in with the thinnest layer of acrylic inside the circle portion of it. This is just to create a base. I want to add as close to no thickness as possible. So this is wet acrylic, and I'm going to let it just sort of float into all of the spaces. Now I'm going to be using these two colors, and it is Earth Sign and Green Energy. Love those names, by the way. Those are amazing. And I'm going to use those in a little, this is actually a 3D sculpting brush that I think is not good enough quality to use for sculpting with acrylic. So I'm going to use that instead to just kind of pat the colors in place. So I'm going to take the purple one, Earth Sign, and I'm going to just, like I said, pat it in place. I don't want it to be a smooth cover necessarily, just kind of let the gel do what it wants. After that's done, I'm going to cure that and then take Green Energy, and I'm going to do the same, pat it into the middle between the two sections of purple. I want there to be almost some clarity, so I want there to be some patches where they're, less pigmented, less of the gel, and just kind of let it be splotchy. Now I'm going to press some jewelry gel into the green portion of this, or the teal color, and this is going to be a nice sticky gel that will hold on to these mylar flakes, and I'm going to press some mylar flakes over the top of the Green Energy. This type of a concept, this same layer of steps, is absolutely something you could do on top of your nails. It is not just for this earring purpose, but I love the idea that you can use nail products to make all sorts of things, and you can expand your skill set by doing other projects that have some practical use. And it just is a nice way to exercise your skills. So I'm going to press all of those mylar flakes into that area, into that jewelry gel, grabbing individual mylar flakes as I go, then cure that to seal those in place. And now I'm going to be grabbing some builder gel, and I'm going to float it over the top of the mylar flakes just to completely cover them up. I'm going to press the builder gel into all areas of the little metal frame, making sure I completely bring the gel up to the surface of the frame. After I have it floated, I'm going to flip it over so that it creates a nice little start of a dome shape, and then cure that. Now I'm going to grab some chrome base coat. This also, you can use a no wipe gel top coat as well. And I'm going to completely cover the top of my little marble design. I'm going to use a little brush to slowly drag it into the corners and around the edges so that it covers completely. Once that is done, that's on there, go ahead and cure that again. And now using a purple to green duochrome, I'm going to burnish that into the surface. And for this part, I was thinking I was just going to do a small section of it with the duochrome, and then I decided, you know what, it's so beautiful, I'm going to do it over the whole thing. The mylar flakes shine through the duochrome, the color changes shine through the duochrome. It just adds a nice iridescence over the top of it, and I love the effect. So I'm going to go over the entire design thus far with that duochrome. After that's burnished on there, I'm using a tiny piece of a makeup sponge. I'm going to add yet another domed layer of builder gel. So I'm going to float the builder gel over the top of the whole thing like I did before. This will create a very good seal on top of the duochrome so that it's not going anywhere. Duochrome sometimes has a habit of liking to flake off, but if it's got this layer on top of it, it's not going anywhere. After that's on there, I'm once again going to flip that over quick before I cure it to get that nice domed cover. If it doesn't seem like it wants to dome, if there's not enough product, you can add another dollop of it right in the center. If you have a self-leveling builder gel, it will nicely create that dome effect. Flip it over, look at it. If it's got a curve, you're good to go and cure it. After it's cured, cleanse it with some isopropyl alcohol or gel nail cleanser. And then you can do the last finishing touches. If you like it as is at this point, you can certainly apply some top coat and call it a day. Otherwise, I'm going to take Madam Glam's foil gel, and I'm going to paint a couple little veins going across the design with that to create a little bit of gold veining. So I've got 2 stripes, and then I'm going to add a third one, just 3 little lines of that, and then cure that. Now I'm going to grab Madam Glam's foil. This one, it says silver foil. I have silver foil in a gold jar and gold foil in a silver jar. Don't ask. I'm going to be pressing that into my foil gel lines, and it will just, those areas that have the foil gel are the only places that will pick up, or that should pick up, that gold foil, and you'll get beautiful, beautiful effects with that. And now going back to my earth sign and green energy, I'm going to fill in various sections with that. By doing this and having all of these domed layers of builder gel underneath and then solid opaque colors on top, you will have a depth to the design that is impossible to appreciate through the video. It is something that you really have to see in person. It is just so beautiful. So I'm going to go through, and I did the purple color in one section, in the section between the two gold stripes. I'm going to add just a thin little line of the teal, and then I'm going to fill in that very bottom area with the purple as well. I am so in love with this set. After I have those areas filled in, I'm going to go ahead and cure this again, and then I'm going to grab my top coat and top coat the whole little front of this. The great thing with working on a set of earrings with gel is that you can keep a pretty good pace. When one is curing, you can be doing that step on the other one, and it's a nice good clip, and it's really enjoyable. Absolutely adored working on this set of earrings. After I have them completely top coated and that part is cured, if you wanted to, you could simply top coat the back of the earring because it is pretty as is. Or if you are a glitzy, glammy person, as I am, you may want to completely stud the back of it with some crystals. I'm going to apply jewelry gel, that same product that I used to glue down the mylar flakes. I'm going to spread a nice layer of it over the entire back of the earring, with the exception of the metal frame, but that acrylic portion of the back of the earring. Before you do anything else to this, it's wet gel. You're going to apply a layer of gel top coat over it. So you have 2 layers of wet gel product. Nicely, completely cover all of that jewelry gel. This will prevent any stickiness from showing through. Once that's done, you've got your wet jewelry gel, you have your wet gel top coat. Grab your collection of crystals, have a whole bunch of them at the ready. Colors of the same, purples and tealy colors, some iridescent. I have a couple golds. I'm just going to pick up and press down a nice mix of crystals. I have the hardest time deciding whether I like the front or the backs of these earrings better because it is so pretty to use these gorgeous crystals. It's a mix of Swarovski crystals that I was fortunate enough to receive during my stint with NTNA. And I don't use them very often because I feel like they're too pretty to use in, just everyday stuff. I feel like I have to save them, which is my pack rat tendencies. But this is the perfect circumstance to bring these beautiful, beautiful babies out. So I'm going to cover the back of these earrings with that collection of crystals and just pick them up and place them. The great thing with working in this nice circular frame is that you can fill in some big ones and then grab the tiny crystals to fill in all of the gaps going around. After you have every single spot pretty much covered with a crystal and it is exactly how you want it, cure this, and then it's good to go. That's all you have to do. There's no other requirements afterwards. Only thing left to do as far as the earrings go to finish them off is to open a hook and then close it back up, and that's it. I love how this pair of earrings really showcases those colors from Madame Glam. They're such beautiful earthy tones, and I figured an earthy marble was the best way to showcase them, and it's just so pretty. And obviously, if you look at my nails, I'm into marbles this month. It's just kind of my thing. I hope you guys like this pair of earrings as much as I do. If you are interested in ordering a pair, they could be any sort of color combination. Don't hesitate to reach out to me either in a message on Facebook or Instagram, or I can even put my email address in the description box below if you'd like. I hope you guys like this, and if you are ever interested in making a pair of earrings for yourself with nail products, it is one of the most rewarding experiences, especially if you are a jewelry person. If you have any questions, I will happily answer them, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!